guste la bachata.
The Pedrazaverse is a seemingly unconnected series of Spanish-language movies and TV shows on Netflix, but actually have several themes in common, the main one being that of having the Spanish ballerina, model and actress Maria Pedraza as a leading actor within them. Maria's first ever movie, 2017's Amar, or Lover in English, is chronologically the first entry into the Pedrazaverse. A few of the themes we encounter throughout the Pedrazaverse can be seen here: complicated emotional relationships and social commentary on the state of Spanish society as a whole. This is the story of a teenage girl's first love, the emotional highs and lows, and how passion ebbs and flows at that age on the cusp of adulthood. This movie is probably the worst entry in the Pedrazaverse for me. It's actually a beautifully shot and acted film, but the story never really grabbed me. I was fairly bored by the middle of the movie. That being said, as a middle-aged married man, I am not the target demographic. If you are interested in introspective dives into interpersonal relationships, then you'll probably enjoy this. Maria's next project was Money Heist. This TV show has all the prior themes of Amar and adds a few others that continue on into all subsequent entries, those being non-linear storytelling and crime and murder, completing the core themes that all these shows and movies share. Money Heist is the story of 8 thieves who are attempting to rob the Spanish Mint. Maria Pedraza plays the schoolgirl Alison Parker, who is key to the thieves' plans for the robbery. Money Heist is such a strange show. It was released originally on Spanish TV and failed miserably before being picked up by Netflix and becoming a worldwide phenomenon. I think it is the 3rd most watched show in the history of Netflix, in fact. I can see why it failed on its initial release to traditional TV. Money Heist is full of the kind of tropes that usually drive me to look for a remote to switch channels. Fake out deaths, characters acting out of character because the plot demands it, everyone has the emotional sophistication of a 12-year-old. The list goes on and on. As my friend said, man, this show has jumped the shark at the beginning of season 3. But I love this show and binge watched all 4 seasons. You will fall in love with the characters and you'll genuinely care when they are seemingly threatened by death. You'll despise the protagonists, especially Arturito. God, I hate this guy so much. Added to this is the fact every episode is structured in a way that makes it perfect for Netflix. Every episode leaves you wanting to watch the next, and I think that's exactly why it's been hugely successful on that platform. Elite sees Maria reunited with her real-life lover and co-star from Money Heist Jaime Lorente and Miguel Herran, who also co-stars as Rio in that series. Elite is the story of 3 poor students who earn scholarships to a prestigious private school populated by some of the most fascinatingly hideous people you'll ever see. The story of Elite is one of murder, betrayal, love, corruption and the inequalities at the very heart of Spanish society. How to describe this show? Imagine if Riverdale and Grange Hill had a threesome with a porno. Yeah, you'd get Elite 9 months later. Everyone is supposed to be 16 or 17, but graphic nudity, both male and female, drug use and adult themes are a constant throughout. Everyone acts like they are 26, not 16, and I love it. Usually with murder mysteries, I've long guessed who did it before the end, but right until the very moment the murderer was revealed, I had no idea who it was. Everyone had a valid reason to kill the victim. All of the characters are mildly fascinating. It even managed to subvert my expectations from episode 1 to 8 as to who I'd love and hate. I highly recommend this one. The last and most recent entry into the Pedrazaverse is again a murder mystery that delves into complicated interpersonal relationships. The plot of Toy Boy tells the story of a male stripper who is framed for the murder of a man and goes to prison for a number of years before being released on a legal technicality. He and Triana, his pro bono lawyer, played by Maria Pedraza, have to try and work out who framed him and why. This show is just way too long. There are 13 episodes, and by episode 8 or 9 you will have, by a process of elimination, already worked out who did it and why. There are about 3 or 4 plot twists per episode, so many that you kind of lose interest in them by the end, and as I previously said, it ends up that you know who did it long before the final reveal. Added to that, the acting and character development in this is not on the same level as Money Heist and Elite. I'd only recommend this if you really have nothing else to watch. So that's the Pedrazaverse, a universe of love and loss, murder and crime and complex societal issues, all told in a non-linear fashion with the delightfully talented actress Maria Pedraza at the heart of it.
Voy a cantar esta canción con mucho cariño de mi corazón.